Okay, so in the bag today, I'm going to review the brand new Cobra King Tec. There's the King Tec, and then there's also the Tec X. Two sets of clubs, really kind of catering for this. I mean, they must admit, Cobra saying that the Tec is catering for 0 to 12 handicapper, where the Tec X is more for 10 to 20 handicappers. I must admit, these Tec do look quite kind of oversized and forgiving. Let's give them a rip. I'm excited about this. They actually look really nice and shiny. This is the Tec 7 iron. Very much like a P790 type look to it. Hollow head construction, kind of obviously got a little weight port there in the end. They've got a new H.I.T face, similar to our H.I.T channel. I'm joking, it's a hot face technology on the face, improved softer feel, and like I say, there's a tungsten weight in there as well, which is 20 grams, and it's now lower to improve stability. These irons are strong lofted as well. I must admit, that's where I struggle to see many scratch handicappers using these clubs, because this 7 iron is 29.5 degrees of loft. That's strong, but it's not as strong as the Tec X. We'll come on to them in a moment. Right, 7 iron, let's hit these first. Good looking iron, nice head shape. Again, very similar to P790. One thing I do like about Cobra, they seem to just make the grips a little bit thicker. Something always to bear in mind. All right, let's hit this Cobra King Tec 7 iron. Oh, that felt strong. That felt really strong. Wow, I've put the flag there at 180 yards, which is a long way for a 7 iron for me. That just carried 185 yards. I mean, I pulled it a little bit, granted, but that's come out hot. As I mentioned, this loft is 29.5. Wait till I come on to Tec X. Right, let's hit a couple with the 7 iron, then we'll go 4 iron and pitching wedge of just the standard, well, this brand new Cobra King Tec irons. They do look very, very tailor-made, I must admit. Like if you took off the word Cobra there, and obviously King Tec, and showed someone that iron, it looks so similar to a P790. A lot of brands are doing that type of model now, granted. So it's a nice head shape. Oh, don't draw again, just a little bit too much draw. That's obviously my natural shot shape a little bit anyway, and also these clubs are just a fraction offset. I can't see a lot of really good players using these clubs. I just think there's too strong lofted, they're going to too hot, and there's a bit too much offset on them that makes me feel like, I mean, even I feel like I'm going to hit this too far left. I might be wrong, but I think there'd be a very I think this iron is more suited to like a 10 to 20 handicapper, where the Tec X might be for 20 handicappers and above. That would make more sense. Okay, 5 iron next of the Tec. This is 23 degrees of loft, so it is still very strong for a 5 iron. I've got the flag there at 215. Let's bash a few of these. I like the head shape, I just don't love it. I can appreciate it, and I think some golfers will put that club down and go, yeah, that's absolutely for me. I say just a little bit too much offset. But apart from that, it is a good looking iron. A little bit low, maybe touch out the bottom groove, but let's have a look at what that looks like on forgiveness. I mean, it's found the green. It was just a little bit skinny and a little bit from the heel. Let's see if we can find one from the middle. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Chased a little bit. Yeah, maybe not coming out super hot. Yeah, like that. That's a better flight. Yeah, that's more like the distance I'd expect to see. Comes out flat, comes out a little bit low. I'm interested a little bit to have a look at the spin numbers of that, because I feel like that's coming out just a bit flat flighted. And if it had low spin, I'm not sure how that's gonna hold on the green. Again, not a bad shot. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, let's jump over to the pitching wedge of the Tec clubs and then we'll move into Tec X. Okay, pitching wedge, that's actually a nicer head shape. Not quite as much offset. Yeah, I could live with that pitching wedge, it's really nice. It's quite strong again, 44 degrees of loft. I've put the flag at 140 there. I didn't quite hit that one brilliant, it was a bit skinny. Again, I think it's worth showing you these shots, like not every shot is perfect. I was a little bit from the bottom, a little bit skinny, but that's been the result. Like it still carried 125 yards. I mean, I take that on a bad struck pitching wedge. But what we want to see is how does it do out the middle. Okay, getting there, slightly more middled. Again, slightly more middled. I feel like slowly but surely I'm getting closer to the middle. Okay, this one's going to be right in the middle. Yeah, there she is. That one was smoked. Yeah, and therefore it gets that kind of 140 yards carry. Right, let's move on to now the Tec X. I mean, it kind of sounds like an Elon Musk product. King Tec X. That's what you want to call himself, let's be honest. These are possibly the strongest lofted irons I've hit in a long time. Now, they're not the strongest ever. In fact, it was Cobra. They produced the King LTD irons a few years ago. And the loft of a 7-iron then was 26.5 degrees. It's outrageous. These irons aren't far off, the 27 degrees for a 7-iron. That is outrageously strong lofted. If you're not familiar with loft, it's the angle of the club face effectively. A normal 7-iron should sit in the range of about 30 degrees of loft to what's traditional as 34 degrees of loft. Albeit Tiger, through his heyday in his career, always used a 36 degree 7-iron. Like these are 9 degrees stronger than Tiger Woods' 7-iron. So that would be probably Tiger's 5-iron. It's just mental, it's crazy. Anyway, there must be a reason. Obviously with these ones, the Tec X, the game improvement, again, they feature the hot face, 70 grams of weight and now lowering the head. And they also come in one length. I feel like Cobra's not talked about one length as much since obviously the parting ways of them and Bryson DeChambeau, but they also come in one length as well. Right, let's hit these. I'm actually gonna put a flag out of a 7. I'm gonna put the flag 190 yards away. I think that's how far this 7-iron's gonna go. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. This is new territory. This is scenes that have never been seen before in the HIT studio. 190 yard 7-iron. I mean, it's a very similar head shape to the Tec. It's just a little bit bigger. It's a little bit stronger. It's actually like 2.5 degrees stronger. And I was carrying that 180 yards. So I do think this will comfortably reach 190. Right, hit it like a 7-iron. Oh, I towed it. Oh, I hit the toe. Oh, look, I tell you what, considering that was such a horrendous strike, and it was, I hit that so far from the toe then, that carried 184 yards. I feel like my head can't quite compute that. I hit that so bad. I think it's going to clear 190 with ease if I hit it in the middle. Let's find out. That's the good one. That's the good one. Look at that. 200 yards of total distance, 193 yards of carry distance, and I wasn't even trying to hit that hard. That was just a normal golf swing. It's come out so hot. There's fears with strong lofted clubs. I've had fears for years. Like, unless you get the height, you're not gonna get the spin. It's hard to land the ball and stop it on a green. Like that there, that landed at 193. I know maybe the more average golfer who's using this iron might not be carrying it 193, but like, you're gonna sacrifice spin. You really are. Let's have some fun with this. Pulley one, that might get to 200 yards. Carry distance. Close, just pulled it a touch. I mean, it's wild. The only thing is, I don't feel like I'm hitting a 7-iron. Like I feel I've got the unpredictability of hitting like a 5-iron. Like a 7-iron for me is a very comfortable club. When I pull my 7-iron out of my bag, I'm like, okay, here we go. Where this one, it feels like it's a 7-iron in disguise. It's not, it says 7 at the bottom, but really the flight and the height and the distance and everything else is more like my 5-iron. I mean, it's a gorgeous golf shot. It really is, but it's just a lot. It's a lot. Right, let's hit the 4 and the pitching wedge. Oh, sorry, the 5 and the pitching wedge. Okay, pitching wedge up next, actually. I'm gonna save 5 for the final few shots. What's interesting with the pitching wedge, again, 42 degrees of loft, same loft as my 9-iron. I typically hit my 9-iron 150 yards. We've got the flag out 150 yards. Let's see what this flight looks like. Cosmetically, they do look nice. Like, very similar to the Tec, but they look nice. A little bit of offset, but like a good looking set. Like if I was a golfer who struggled maybe with distance or wanted a little bit more oomph or power, wants a beautiful looking set of golf clubs, this would be right up there with the best of them. You know, it is a gorgeous set of clubs. Very classic. I feel like they'd last a long time. I feel like we've gone away from iron sets now that have too many colours or, you know, much going on. A lot of the iron sets are going for this kind of more timeless, classic look of the chrome and the bit of sparkly, shiny chrome and more brushed chrome and just a little bit more of a timeless look. I think that's important as well for brands. Yeah, maybe not quite, almost getting to that 150, not quite. I've not struck them too perfect. I think that'll get there for distance. Yeah, very nice. The pitching wedge doesn't worry me as much because it's like me hitting a 9-iron, but it's, again, I just couldn't imagine playing like a little dinky shot with this. I'll try one. I'm gonna try and chip it 30 yards. You know, not bad, 26. It just feels like, I don't know, just feels like it might be slightly harder to manage. Right, let's go 5-iron next. Okay, and then the final club to test is the Cobra King Tec X 5-iron, which is 21 degrees of loft. I won't keep harping on about the loft, it's strong, but that's just what it is. That's what this set is. Right, good looking golf club again, just not too bulky. It's still quite streamlined actually. I just feel like I know I draw it, I do, but I just feel like these clubs have almost got a built-in draw bias, which again would make sense. I feel like I'm fighting that shot a little bit with the slightly more forgiving set. I'm doing my best not to draw it. Didn't strike either of those two perfect, but not terrible results. Let's see if we can find one right in the middle. Oh yeah, that was right in the middle. I'm looking up at that flight, expecting it to come out straighter than what it is. I hit that brilliant, and I know when I've squared it, as soon as I hit that, I'm looking up to see it go straight, and it's wanting to pull to the left all the time. Again, that's great. If you hit high right shots, perfect. And that is who the majority of golfers who go with this set will probably hit that kind of high right weaky shot. Anything that can improve that and bring it back to straighter with a stronger flight is a result. Okay, results are in. Let's dive through the numbers. Let's kick things off with the Tec irons first. 7-iron, 178 yards to carry, 5,300 spin. What I'd expect. Definitely what I'd expect. Pitching wedge, 132 yards to carry, 8,200 spin. That's okay, I'm pleased with that. 5-iron, 196 yards, 4,000 spin. That's the one that I'm just feeling like it's coming out a little bit low. All in all though, really solid numbers. Tec X, again, I'm not going to keep going on about the strongest lofts, but they are bloody strong. The 7 iron carried 189 yards on average. Woo! But what's alarming is the spin rate is so low for a 7 iron, 4,700. I mean, it's scary low. It's at least 600 RPM less than the Tec iron, but compared to if I was to hit 7 iron now with my standard set, I'd be getting around about 6,000-ish. So that's worryingly low, 'cause it's just, is it gonna stop as quick? What you're hoping for, it's got the height, which it did have, to be fair. The pitching wedge carried 142 yards, with spin rate just over 7,500, and the 5 iron average carry distance 209 with just under 4,000 spin rate. It's what I'm expecting to see. These irons are nice, they're strong, it's worth bearing in mind. But if you are a golfer who hits it high right, wants a bit more distance, wants to stop that weak flary one out to the right, these might just be the clubs for you.